The man looked in horror at the red liquid on the floor. Following the traces, he found a police officer who had been brutally murdered by someone else. The expression on his face was instantly replaced by horror. In order to get to the bottom of it, he began to tentatively walk towards the garage in front of him. As the man went deeper, he found a pile of supplies here. He saw an intact oxygen kit on the floor as well. After making sure no strangers were around, he grabbed the oxygen tank and quickly carried it on his back. But as he was about to go back in, a man in a police uniform walked in. He warned David to put his things down. The moment he saw the other man, the man knew where the body at the door had come from. I'm afraid that even the oxygen tanks were taken from someone else. So he quietly opened the valve behind him first. Seeing the man's cover, the policeman was ready to pull out his pistol, but the man, who had been prepared, immediately put on his mask. He quickly rushed towards the police. Although the police officer had the upper hand in the struggle, but as he inhaled more and more haze, he gradually lost his strength. Although he solved the enemy in front of him, the man wasn't happy to have survived. He didn't stay here too long, and after calming his heart, he rushed back towards his home. Not long after, the man returned, but the scene in front of him was unbelievable. He saw a corpse lying motionless on the stairway. As he slowly approached, he realized that it was his wife. At this moment, the man finally broke down. The daughter on the second floor heard her father's voice. She rushed to ask what happened through the intercom, but the man's words just reached the edge of his mouth. But how cannot be said? The father's choking sobs made the girl realize what had happened, and for the first time, she felt as if she'd been born in the wrong place. But before she had time to feel sad, the culprit that triggered the poison descended again. As the earthquake grows stronger, the haze below is rising at a rate visible to the naked eye. Now even the 28th floor of the building is filled with smog. So the man decides to go out and get some more oxygen gear. But the neighbor thinks he's getting old and there's no point in wasting resources for the two of them. Seeing that their minds were made up, the man didn't force them any further. In the end, the man was lucky enough to find a protective suit for his daughter in an overturned truck. But on his way back, due to poor visibility, the man collided with another surviving human. The injuries caused by the accident, combined with the high stress of the past few days, the man no longer had the strength to stand up. However, just as he was leaning against the car, waiting to die, he saw two silhouettes coming out of the haze. The figures were his daughter and his friend, who had no protection. The man watched in disbelief. It turns out that people with Steinberg's disease are automatically immune to this type of gas. Then, to his daughter's shocked eyes, the man removed the oxygen mask from his face. He began to approach his daughter's cheek. This is the first time in 18 years that the man has actually touched his daughter. When the unconscious man woke up again, he found himself inside the medical bay. The outside environment is no longer suitable for him.